guess what? We have mice. And we have to do something about it, obviously. My dogs are no good. They don't even care. They don't care. They don't even notice. They don't even hear the sounds in the pantry late at night. They completely ignore it. And in the morning, we can see little bite marks on our sweet potatoes, crumbs, poop. It's awful. Oh, gosh. So we have to get rid of them. They can't stay. And I think we need to do it in a way that is not toxic and definitely not cruel. So in this video, I'm going to be getting the mice out of our house, or I'm going to try and solve the problem. And the way that I'm going to do that is by cleaning up my very messy pantry. It's a mess. It truly is. We got to de-mice our house. I'm going to do several things. I'm just going to look on blogs and just to see like different things that work. But the number one thing that I need to do is clean out my pantry and move everything into glass sealable jars. But we bought a whole bunch of jars off of Amazon that have lids. I think something like 36 jars. And we're going to, well, me, because my husband's out of town, but this is something that I'm doing while he's away, and you know, it will be nice for him to come home too, because the mice have been really stressing him out at night. I sleep right through it, but I'm up way late at night, so I hear them when I'm up, I hear it. He doesn't sleep throughout the night, and he gets up in the middle of the night, and sounds of mice like literally haunt him in the middle of the night, and it's not good. So like the number one thing that is just common sense is to make it a place that mice don't want to be. Like make it a place where they can't get food. For instance, they might get shelter, but they can't get food. The one thing though is they do this thing where they take mouthfuls of food and then they run away and take that food and store it somewhere in the house, somewhere that's hard to reach. So that is going to be one little challenge. So I'm going to be thoroughly revamping our pantry, cleaning it out, reorganizing it, getting a lot of stuff out of it, decluttering it. I'm hoping to take some of the stuff out of the kitchen and put it in the pantry so that I have more room in my kitchen, because the clutter kind of bothers me. It makes it hard for me to focus sometimes. But right now, the pantry is such a mess, and I'm going to show you. It's bad. So here is the pantry. So we have these jars here, which house my husband's tea. So I'm gonna get these out. So this is a shit show. It's just a complete mess. I want to get everything up here gone, and I just want to have this like little plate up here. It's of Sun Valley. It's where I've gone with my family ever since I was 5 years old, and it was a Christmas present for my dad, and they love it, and I just want to kind of showcase it. I want to get everything off of this off of this level. Everything. Keep my appliances here so that my Instant Pot is here, and then I'll have an air fryer. Here's my Vitamix microwave. So I'm going to clean up this whole area, get everything out and clean it up really well. Get everything out of here. Put some of the stuff in the garage, and then decorate it in a pretty way. We need a lot of containers. Like we got cornmeal, brown rice, we got so much. And because I'm on a whole food plant-based diet, I rely a lot on rice and grains and pastas, and you know, it's I'm making a black-eyed pea and collard green peanut stew. It's kind of based off of an African recipe called kundra. But it's pretty much just like peanut butter and black-eyed peas and peppers and, you know, like celery, garlic and stuff like that. It's really basic. But basically, this is the way that I'm clearing out my fridge and making sure that I have something to eat after I get everything done, and I'm super tired and I won't want to be cooking or cleaning up. I'll get all that done ahead of time. so that when I'm done, I'm done. I could just relax, have a glass of wine, and watch Virgin River. So these are the jars that we got off of Amazon. This will be really good for pasta, I think. We got several sizes, and we got like 36 jars. My husband ordered them, so I don't really know all that he got. I'll put a link for these down in this description box as well. Here's another size. I also have some mason jars that I'll be using for smaller things like baking soda and baking powder. I've got a little small mason jars. They don't have the lids, so I just ordered the lids off of Amazon. The first thing that I'm going to do is get my peanut butter stew started, and then I'm going to get everything out of the pantry. And something that's really nice too is those containers. Oh no, they didn't come with this. Those containers didn't come with this. I had to purchase these separately, but I got these labels, and they're chalkboard labels, and there's 162 pieces, and then it comes with this little like chalkboard pen, a little cloth so that you can actually wipe off whatever you write on it, so it's totally reusable. So I'm going to be putting these on the jars, and then let's say I decide to put pintos instead of red lentils in this, I could just erase the label with this little cloth. I'm going to chop up some vegetables. These carrots don't look fabulous, but I'm going to use them anyway. I got this from my mother-in-law, but she got it from a thrift store. If you need things for your kitchen, like vegetable peelers and stuff, I highly recommend that you go to a thrift store first. You could save a lot of money. But not just that, you're also keeping things out of the landfill. I'm just making this out of whatever is left in my fridge. I'm going to put some garlic in here. I'm also using this Better Than Broth Sofrito. It has all of those things in it too, so I'm very excited about this. This tastes really good. Ají amarillo paste. It's pretty spicy. I went to Peru in my 20s and had a wonderful time, and I just fell in love with this ají amarillo. Get some garlic going. And what else? I'm also going to be putting sweet potato in it and some collards. So it should be really nutritious. And I'm going to make a batch of barley I can put over it. And then I can have some barley porridge as well in the morning, which I really love. Barley is so good for you. It has 3 times the amount of fiber as oats. The fiber is so important. It's what feeds your biome. That's what creates your short-chain fatty acids, which helps you fight disease and cancer and all kinds of stuff. So need fiber. And then I'm going to be using peanut butter powder. Here's the peanut powder. Black-eyed peas are already cooked, and I'm just adding the vegetables to them now. Put in like this much. Put about this much in to start. It's pretty hot. I make another peanut butter stew. I actually made a video of it. Basically, the peanut butter stew from a tavern in Williamsburg in Virginia. I made it when this channel was first going from vegetarian to vegan. So I made 2 versions of the soup. I made a vegan version and a vegetarian version, and it's just a cream of peanut butter soup. And it is so good. Like, you don't really need peanuts. Have a lot of flavor. And I made it peppery, and it was just really delicious. The vegan soup was actually better than the vegetarian soup. Oh, well, you can find it up, I think it's up here. So I'm going to put some peanut butter in here. I love using powdered peanut butter because it doesn't have all the fat. It has lots of protein, but 87% less fat. Probably about this much. Now I'm going to chop up some collard greens. One of the things that I love about collard greens for stews is that it can really be cooked for a long time. So I can do everything all at once. I don't have to like wait to add it in the last 10 minutes. It can cook, and it actually should cook for a long time. So it's not great if you have a stew that's just going to take 10 minutes to cook, but it is good if you want to stew it for 40 minutes. I'm being very organized because I'm just trying to get this all done so I could get on the pantry. It's already late in the day. I will put the sweet potatoes in the last 15 minutes though, because those can get overly cooked quickly. Where's my coffee? Where's my coffee? Cheers. Good morning. Oh my God, it's been kind of crazy. I know, look at me. I was up until 4 in the morning working on this pantry. And I'll give you a little sneak peek. But there's just so much more that needs to be done. But it's looking pretty good, right? They're waiting for their food. Do you know what happened this morning? Is there was a wine delivery that I didn't know about. I mean, is my husband, he ordered the wine. I had no clue about it. And at 9 o'clock in the morning, I went to bed at 4, at 9 o'clock in the morning, the UPS guy shows up. The UPS guy shows up and he needs a signature because we got wine coming from Napa. Yes, we're very frugal, but we also, because we're frugal, we can afford some nice wine every once in a while. Anyway, I see him. I'm looking out on the porch. This is the porch. I'll show you. So he was like standing right there and he was writing this like postcard thing. That's when I knew he was delivering wine. And I knew I had to get him. Either he would have to deliver it again, and I don't know how well the wine would be treated. I used to be in the wine business, so I'm picky about how my wine is handled. I'm barefoot. I can't even kick that high. Listen, I can kick the high. I can kick high if I lower it. I am barefoot. I'm barefoot, just like this. I go running outside. And he's like getting into the truck and he's putting the package in the truck. I'm yelling at him like a crazy woman because he's not hearing me. And he comes out and he's just kind of stern. He's like, I need you to sign for this. So I go, okay. And my dogs are going nuts. They're going absolutely crazy. Like Smokey is out of his mind. So the guy hands me the wine and I realize that like I look like this. I'm wearing this wine is made. I'm wearing this sweatshirt. This wine makes me awesome. And it's 9 o'clock in the morning and I realize the optics of it all. He's like another alcoholic. So that's how my morning started. I'm super tired. I have a lot to do, you know, a lot of things in jars, but I still have to deal with like cereal and like big things. So this is my booch. Can you see the SCOBY? But I'm thinking about sacrificing it to my neighbor's chickens. And then just using this container. I have cereal and I have Maseka. I need a big jar for these things. Or I just have to order them. Or maybe I'm going to go thrifting. I don't really drink kombucha in the winter. It's just not a winter drink for me. It's like a, you know, it's like a summertime sort of fizzy pop thing. So. To go with the peanut stew last night, I made some barley. And so now I have barley for porridge this morning, which I'm adding a little quinoa to because I just had a little leftover quinoa. I'm adding maple syrup, a little oat creamer, tons of dried fruit and nuts and seeds, and I'm just having a ball with it. I just love all those textures. So my porridge is almost done. I chop up some nuts and put nuts in it too. That's just my jam. Put some chia seed in it because I wanted to get it a little like, almost to have like a gravy, like thickened. I'm going to reveal the pantry. Are you ready for it? Close your eyes. Okay. Okay. Did I clean it? Oh, let me get everything kind of in order. Oh, okay. Okay. Here is the pantry. Here it is. I'm so excited about it. So we still have the old microwave. But so when we got our appliances, it came with a microwave. And I don't know why we don't have the microwave there yet. So we're probably going to swap it out soon or sell it. I'm not sure. The only thing that I actually really cook in the microwave is tortillas. Instead of frying tortillas when I'm making enchiladas, I wrap them up in a wet cloth and then I just put it in the microwave for about 1.5 minutes. But if I had a new microwave, it would just be 30 seconds. So yeah, I don't really use the microwave that much. I use my air fryer and I use my cast iron pans to heat things up. And I just got this rack, which is super cool. This rack, it's from Lodge. I got it off of Amazon. I'll leave a link below. And there's Miss Lila. Or Mr. Smokey. But it's just this great little rack that I can keep my cast iron on. Keeps them separated, keeps them organized. It's very sturdy, very strong. I love it. So I've got my chilies here, my grains here, oats, polenta, grits. I have kind of my nooch here. Nooch is nutritional yeast, that's, the slang for nutritional yeast. And then I have my baking stuff here. This was so convenient for Thanksgiving because it was really easy just to see where everything was at. I could just pull it down and it was not as messy. I just felt like I had my shit together, which just was so good for my self-esteem that I kind of mentally managed the holiday better. I just felt capable. I was like, yeah, damn, I am a person who's got my shit together. Okay, so we also have chia seeds, einkorn, do you really want me to go through all of it? You know what, I'm not going to go through the whole entire pantry because, I don't know, I just can't imagine that you really want to know everything that I have. But I can imagine, if you were a new vegan, if you're new to a whole food, vegan, plant-based diet, you might want some tips on how to get started. So I'm going to share some tips. But alas, this video is getting way too long, so I'm going to have to share those tips with you next week. So stay tuned to a video on how to stock your pantry if you're a newbie vegan. And thank you so much for joining me today. You have no idea how much I appreciate you helping me build this community and just supporting me. If you've made it this far, you've probably liked the video, so please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you want to see more.